Have a seat.
Thank you.
Good to see you guys again. Welcome back.
You too.
Thank you, Chris.
I want to catch up on your relationship, everything going on. But before, I want to talk about this season with Ashley, because if anybody understands what she's going through, it's you.
Yeah.
What do you think of it so far, both of you?
First, I just feel for her. I mean, Ashley is a great girl, and you know what's happening to her this season is exactly my absolute biggest fear of what would have happened to me in my season. Ashley had no idea that Bentley was saying those things. To her, he was just this guy who was really smooth and said the right things. When I met Roberto, I remember actually saying to him, "Are you this good? Like, are you just a smooth talker?" And I just tried to put my...
Turns out he is too good to be.
He is, but in a good way. But I just, you know, think if he had left, saying if he had a daughter and he's like, I have to go home, and I would be like her too. I wouldn't let go of him just because I was supposed to like these other guys that are there. And I think that's where she was. So I think what we should be focusing on is the fact that when she did find out that Bentley wasn't great, when he was like, let's call this a period, she said, you know, to hell with him.
Yeah.
And that's what's important. When she realized it, she stuck up for herself. So I love her, and I wish her the absolute best, and I'm really hoping she met a great guy. And from what I hear, I think she's saying she does, so.
That's an incredible perspective, by the way. You're probably the only person worthy and has that about, you know, Roberto could have been that guy.
Yeah.
You really, I mean, because he's smooth.
He is
And
smooth.
he's suave over there. No, but it is interesting. He could have been that guy. I mean, and it's great perspective, I think, for viewers. It could have just as easily happened, except he's a good guy and, you know, he's not Bentley. From a man's perspective, what do you think of Bentley?
I'm just a big preacher of honesty. I mean, I think you don't go into the show, you know, having to like the girl. You don't have to like her. I mean, that's what it's about. But if you don't. I mean, he played her, and he was telling her one thing, and then what we see is the way he really felt. It's two completely different things. Things that were coming out of mouth. She needed that closure to kind of move on, and he wasn't giving that to her. He was kind of leaving it still at that dot, and that's tough, and that's not fair to her. It's not fair to the other guys, and I think she got what she needed to kind of move on. So I'm hoping she did well.
Definitely. And one thing too, I can see people saying, and I've heard a few times, is people saying, well, Michelle warned her. She should have known. But I don't believe that, because I honestly think, let's say, you know, I just recently met Michelle, and I as a person, I think she's great. But, you know, let's just say, because a lot of people gave her a hard time when she was on the season, let's just say that she was wrong. Let's say she warned Ashley about Bentley. Ashley took her advice, but Michelle was wrong. Then everyone, because from what Ashley saw, she was wrong. Then everyone would be like, well, why'd you listen to Michelle?
Yeah.
So it was a lose
we knew
situation
Michelle
for
was
her.
friends with the ex-wife. Obviously, there could be ulterior motives. And so, again, what if somebody warned you about Roberto and said, this guy's no good?
Yeah.
You know, who knows?
I would never listen to somebody else. I would listen to my heart and what I was feeling and the experience we had. And then the public is giving her a hard time, too, saying she should have known.
Why?
Nobody.
Why is everyone ganging up on her?
I don't know, honestly, because I think it's because they see what Bentley's saying and they think that she knows, but she doesn't know, and I think it's hard for people to understand that. And nobody can understand what it's like to be in her position unless you've been in her position. And you know, I've even said other contestants can't even really understand because they've never been there. Either if you've been the Bachelor or been the Bachelorette, then you get it. And I totally get what she's going through, and she's great, and I hope she can hold her head up high. And hopefully, if she met the man of her dreams and he's supporting her, I'm sure he is.
So you are one of a handful of women who actually do have that perspective. So what would you say on her behalf to fans?
Absolutely. She is a great girl, and she deserves love like every other woman in this country. And I just hope that people see that and give her a break. Gosh, you know, like how many mistakes have we all made in life of choosing the wrong guy? I would argue that every woman in America at one point in her life has chosen the wrong guy.
Yeah.
You know?
And who has to do it on national television?
Exactly. So I know a question that I at first was thinking, and I'm sure a lot of viewers are thinking, is how can she now build a relationship with someone else in such a short amount of time?
Right.
And my response to that would be look at Jason and Molly, just to see them. And they're one of my favorite couples in the whole world. We love them.
Oh, they're fun.
Yeah, so I think absolutely she can, because when it works, it just works.